Hi, in this video I will show you how to create a pivot table in Google Sheet. So first I'm gonna select any columns and rows and go to Insert and Pivot Table. Here for my table I need the data from column A to K. So here I'm gonna write A to K and from row 1 to 21. So I'm gonna write 21. And I will go to create sheet, make sure it's a new sheet. Here we have three things: rows, columns, and values. For the rows, it's what you want to see in your table or what you want to break down. For the columns, it's what you want to compare. For example, if you want to compare something specific in the rows against something else, so you will put it in the columns. And for the values, it's actually the most important thing in the pivot table, and it's the actual data you want to summarize. And here the filters, it's an option to make your table easier to read, or if you want to focus on something specific temporarily. Voila, for the rows I'm gonna go for region and salesperson, and here of course you can drag it to, if you want, for example, to show salesperson before region, but here I want it to be like that. And I'm gonna compare the salesperson and the region to products. So here I want to see how many products its salesperson made and how many products were sold by a region. So I'd go for values, units sold. So here for the totals, if I want to see the totals of the products sold each category, I'd go for this because it's for the columns. And if I want to see how many sales each person made, I would show this and this. Okay, so now we have the breakdown of how many products each person sold and each region sold. For example, if I want to only see Charlie's or the East region breakdown, I'll go to filters, then region, and then go for East. Here, for example, if we had a lot of salesperson in the East, it would be better, but since we don't have a lot of data, so you will not really notice the difference. But as you see here, we had some sales in 2024 and some sales in 2025. So I'll go to filters. If I want to, for example, only see the sales of 2025, so I'll go to year and select only 2024, and I will have this. Okay. For example, if I need other data to analyze the performance or whatever, and I want to add another table, I would go again to this table. This time I'm just gonna select all of it, insert pivot table, and go to existing sheet, select data range, and here I would put it here. Okay, create. I will have another table. So for this table, I would go again for, let's go by date. And then I'm not gonna choose any columns. I'm just gonna go for values, and let's compare it to the revenue. Okay. Let's compare it to something else. Let's compare it also to units sold. Just gonna remove this because I don't want to have this, and I wanted to have units sold and revenue. Okay, Here, just for example, if you want to analyze something, for example, on 2024, 10th of December, we sold 12 units and we had 300 revenue, but in the 26th of December, we sold 5 units, but 3,800 revenue. So here, for example, I can go to the first table. You see here, I'll make edit. And I will choose the date as to see what we sold. Clear, just gonna mark this. Okay, so we have Alice who sold 5 laptops. That's why we have 3,800. So yeah, we have something else in the pivot table. It's these formulas, let's say. I'm gonna explain them in the next video. So if you found this video helpful, do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.